Hello, my peepers. How are you? This is Shalene of the Coloring Book Nook. I know you're saying, where have you been? Well, I have had sinus issues from hell. I get them every year. This is nothing new. Okay, I'm coloring in Color in Heaven's Dark Fantasy Special. And this is a buddy color with Heather from Color in Wiregrass. And she chose this one, which is fine because it's called Autumn Nymph. And you know, that's my favorite season. I should have made another cup of tea. My coffee's almost gone. I'm using my Blick Studio markers, yeah, right, pencils. And I'm thinking of doing her hair a brownish color just because it's autumn. Because I want these to be like, I don't know, should I do her hair blonde and these brown, or these tannish light color and her hair brown? Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll do her hair. I don't know. Let's just, yeah. Okay, I'm going to do her hair brown. So, what have I been up to since my last video? So, last week, Monday, I did this video, the color and chat. And Tuesday, I did a plan with me video. Wednesday, I woke up with so much sinus junk. It was unreal. I don't feel sick other than just all this frickin' mucus crap. So, I had Scott buy me some Mucinex DM because that always works. And yes, it has helped tremendously. And then I was on, I think, my WeatherBug app, and there was an ad for Vicks Sinus Severe Nasal Spray. So I had him get me that on Friday. And I started using that right before. It's for 12 hours, so I would do it in the morning and then before bed. And that also helped a lot. But as you can tell by my voice, I still have some crap going on. So I was talking to my mom, and her and my dad have the same thing. And this is normal for this area at this time of year. Like I said, I get this every spring and sometimes in the fall, and it all has to do with the weather changing. So it's not going to go away real soon, because like Friday it was 71 degrees. Yesterday, Monday, because I'm doing this Tuesday instead of Monday, yesterday, Monday, it was snowing out. So yeah, this is why I'm always sick with sinuses in March and April. Some years is worse than others. I'm thinking it's worse because we had such a mild winter. I don't know, but I haven't had it quite this bad in a long time. But like I said, I didn't take the Mucinex this morning. Crap. I've been trying to wean myself off of it. Maybe I'll just take it tonight. And I'm not using the Vicks because I think it said only to use it for 2 or 3 days. So, yeah. Other than that, I feel fine. And then Scott started it also. It started with him. a little bit, not as bad. And then Dylan woke up with it Sunday. And he's like, at first he's like, are you sure you don't have the coronavirus? And I said, Dylan, I don't have any other symptoms of the coronavirus. I just have phlegm and mucus crap, which is normal for me. This is a normal every year thing. Usually I get a sinus infection, which it could be, and then my doctor has to give me medicine, and if I don't get it cleared up, it turns into asthmatic bronchitis. So far, and I've had this for a week now, so I don't think it's going to go into asthmatic bronchitis unless it takes a turn for the worse. But I am keeping an eye on it. And my doctor's really good. He's used to me getting this, so if I call him and say, hey, I need meds, he'll call in my prescription. Other than that, I am doing okay. For those of you that are not on Facebook, we had to put Molly Moo down on Friday. She was not getting better. We thought she was at first. She started eating a little more, and she was eating a little more, but not a lot, and she wasn't putting any more weight on, and we did everything we could for her. So Thursday, let me tell you how Thursday went. Thursday it was like 6:30, 6 o'clock. Dylan says, if I come over on the four-wheeler and it's going to be dark out, will you give me a ride home? And I said yes. This kid is why I have to dye my hair all the time. So he calls, our phone rings, it's around 7. I answer it, I see it's Dylan, and it's quiet. I'm like, what's going on? I just crashed my four-wheeler, and I can tell something's wrong. And I said, are you okay? He goes, and he's out of breath. I don't know. Please stay on the phone with me. I'm like, Dylan, you're scaring the crap out of me. I didn't tell him that, but I'm thinking, oh my God. So he kept talking to me, and I said, Dylan, are you hurt? I don't know, I'm just laying here. I said, where are you? So he tells me approximately where he is. So I'm like, I'll give the phone to your dad and he'll go find you. And I said, what happened? Well, he was riding the four-wheeler on a trail, which he's not supposed to be on that trail, but he does it because he wanted to come visit. And since I'm already seeing him every day from babysitting, I'm like, it's fine, because Justin's not allowed over here while this is all going on. Oop. Because Justin works at Target, and we're pretty much on lockdown in New York State. So I had told Justin last week to please not come over, which he totally understood. It's very hard not seeing my parents and Justin. But it's for the safety of all of us. Anyways, so I'm like, Dylan, what did you do? Well, he was on the trail, and he went around a bend, and there was a tree that had fallen in the trail, and he hit it. And went flying off the four-wheeler. And it was enough that when he fell off, the helmet came off. So I'm like, is your head okay? Well, I think so. Great. I don't need to worry about my kids right now. So I said, well, I'm giving the phone to your dad. He can go find you. So I give the phone to Scott, and Dylan tells him where on the trail he is. Well, by the time Scott got there, Dylan had gotten up and had pushed the four-wheeler to the road, so he was waiting for Scott. So Scott brought him here, and Dylan was complaining about his back. And we looked at his head and didn't see anything wrong with that. This is my child that gives me gray hair. So all he wanted to do was lay down on my floor. And I said, that's fine. Do you want to go to the hospital? I don't know yet. So he lifted up his shirt, and it looked like when someone gets like in a motorcycle accident or something and they have like the road slid across his back. Well, that's how his back was. So he's laying there, and Scott says, well, I have to go to town. I have to go help close up the station or whatever he had to do. I'm like, okay. He goes, just keep Dylan awake. I'll be right back. So Dylan's laying there, and Molly Moo comes in, and she's not walking good. I can see that. And I'm like, Molly, why don't you come lay here with Mama? And Dylan says, I want the dog. Because I put her in the crate because when Dylan comes over, she's like all over him. So he's going, you can let her out of the crate. I want her to lay here with me on the floor. So I said, I don't know if she'll lay still. But he wanted her on the floor with him. Guess it was a comfort thing. So I had let Daenerys out. I'm like, go lay down with Dylan. He needs you to lay with him so he feels good. So Daenerys went and laid down with Dylan. I had Molly, and I knew Thursday night that she was done. I could see it in her eyes. I'll probably start crying, don't mind me. But you guys have seen Molly in my videos and in my live streams. Not as much as Pearl, but she's been in them. In fact, Corey has always threatened to take Molly because Corey loves Molly. So while she's laying in my lap, she come up, and she's the kind of cat that would reach up and touch your face all the time. She would wake me up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning touching my face because she wanted to be pet. So she's reaching up for my face, and I'm looking in her eyes, and I see in her eyes, I seen she's done. And so I'm like, okay, Molly, let Mama love you up a little bit. So I loved her up a little bit. And then Scott came home, and we were looking at Dylan again, and I told Scott, I said, Molly's not walking right. She almost fell over. And he goes, yeah, she's always walked funny. Which she has. She always has walked a little funny. And I said, no, this is different. And so he was more worried about Dylan at this point. Now, Molly's still eating a little bit. She'll eat like 3-4 times a day, just a little bit, couple pieces here and there. I can't remember if she ate that night. Anyways, so I call Amber to let her know what's going on, because Dylan called us, not her. And she doesn't answer her phone. So I'm like, well, I'll text her. Or Facebook message, whatever. So I message her. I get nothing for a while. She thinks we're kidding. And she's like, oh, well. You play games, you get hurt. It's like, okay. She goes, I'm going to bed. So she had no sympathy for him. First of all, because he was on the trail, he shouldn't have been. He had been drinking earlier, but he said he had stopped like an hour before he left on the four-wheeler. So I think he stayed at our house for a good hour. Said he was okay, got up, said his ribs hurt. So he went home. Amber texted me, said he passed out when he got home. I said, well, yeah, and he was cold and shaking. I said, well, that's because you're in shock. He goes, no, I feel okay. And I said, no, your body's in shock. You got hurt. He's like, oh. So I have to babysit the next day. So I get there to babysit, and he says he wasn't going to go to work when while he was at my house, he had messaged his boss that he wouldn't be there Friday because of what he did. But I was still going in to babysit because I knew he would be hurting. But he got up and decided to go to work. So I thought he was at work. Scott texts me. He's taking Molly to the vet. It's time. He said, she's now crying. She's in pain. And I said, yeah, I knew that last night. I said, okay, I can't leave. I'm babysitting. I can't be there. And I'm always there for my animals. I always say goodbye. And I felt bad because Scott has to do this by himself. So I texted Dylan and I said, Dad's taking Molly to the vet. She's going to go to the Rainbow Bridge. And Dylan says, well, I'm at urgent care. And I'll hurry up so you can go with Dad. And I said, well, Dad already left. So when Dylan was done, he says, I'm on my way home. You can go with Dad. And I said, Dad's already done. He's on his way home. And I had texted Justin at work because I didn't know his hours for Friday. So he called me crying. And I just said it was time. It was time. The vets felt really bad because they ran all kinds of tests and we didn't know what was wrong with her. And it's not their fault. They ran the tests. You know, and I told Scott, I said, well, when we adopted her, I was told she was 3 years old. I said, maybe she was older than that. Who knows? She might have been older than 3, because she's 14. I know that's kind of old, but for us, we are used to our cats living to be 16, 18 years old. The vet kept apologizing. We don't know what was wrong with her, and it's like, it's not your fault. You did everything. You know, we tried. We gave her the antibiotics. We gave her the dewormer medicine. We don't know what was wrong with her. They can't tell us. It's like a baby when they're sick. They can't tell us what's wrong. So Dylan got home. excuse me. I still have to blow my nose quite a bit because I get junk in it and it doesn't help when I'm crying. So, Dylan got home. He said, you can go home. He goes, I can't go back to work. I'm supposed to rest for 3 days. He had bruised his ribs. Nothing was broken, but he bruised his ribs. And I'm like, okay, are you going to be working at the gas station this weekend? And he said, I'm going to try it. And I said, okay. So I went home and Scott was making a hole in the yard because we have like pet cemetery in our whole yard. We even have a cat that wasn't ours that we had to bury once. So, yeah. So, you know, Scott and I consoled each other, and he was just saying that all she was doing was crying and she was in a lot of pain. And I said, okay. I was expecting it. She's not in any pain anymore, so thank God for that. Sharpen my pencil. So Dylan ended up not working at the station this weekend. Saturday he didn't because he was in too much pain. And Sunday he woke up feeling like crap. He said he had the same thing I did, started out with a sore throat. And I said, yeah, my sore throat only lasted for the first day. I said, and then it was gone. I said, it's just all this crud. No fever, nothing. I said, because at first he was worried I had the coronavirus. I said, well, first of all, how would I have gotten it? The last time I had gone out in public was March 2nd. I went to Wegmans in the morning for grocery shopping. We took Scott and I took Blake with us, and we went grocery shopping at Wegmans, and then Blake and I went to the library, and then that night was the night we took Molly to the vet to see what was wrong with her. So I hadn't gone anywhere except to babysit the boys every day. And I said, no, Dylan, I'm not running a fever. I'm not achy, nothing. All I have is sinus pressure and the phlegm from it, the mucus from it. And he says, okay. And I said, this is normal. I get this every year. I'm fine. I just need to drink a lot of water and hot tea because that helps. The water loosens it up. So I said, that's, you know, I'm just doing what I normally do, Mucinex. So when he got it Sunday, he's like, I got it too. And I said, Dylan, it's this weather. You know, the day before, or Friday, it was 71 degrees, and then it dropped to the 30s. What the hell? This is why I get sick in the autumn and the spring. So he's like, okay, well, so he didn't go to the gas station. He called the house at 6 a.m. so that Scott knew. Well, he called here Saturday at 6 a.m. so Scott could cover for him at the gas station because he was hurting. And then Sunday, he doesn't work till 8 o'clock. On Sundays, Scott's already there. Anyways, yeah. So Monday morning I get up to go babysit. I get dressed, get all ready, and I'm getting ready to head out the door to go warm up my car because it's in the 30s. In my car it's a Scion TC, which is a Toyota, and with Toyotas you have to let them warm up till the needle gets on the 1 RPM, because for some reason that's what you have to do with them. So I was just on my way out when I heard my phone go off, and it was his ringtone for text messaging. So I go, and he says, "You don't have to come in, I'm not going into work." Like, okay, now I had to go get undressed because it's 6:30. I want some more sleep because I didn't sleep very good. So I went back to bed, and then he told me later on in the day that the job where he works, his is an essential job. He is an auto technician for working on the trucks that deliver fuel and propane. So his is an essential job, because I'm in New York. They have closed all non-essential businesses. So his work told him not to come in today as well, which is Tuesday, just as a precaution. So yeah, I didn't have to babysit today. So, my mind's just not where it should be. So I had a book that should have taken me like 3 hours to read, and it took me all day to read it. So I finished the book, and I watched a movie. I'm watching stuff on my DVR. So right now I have movies on there from 2015 of garage sale mysteries from the Hallmark Movies and Mysteries channel. And they had Lori Loughlin in the series, the one that got in trouble for that college scam stuff. She played Aunt Becky in Full House. So I have just about that whole garage sale mysteries on the DVR, that whole series. So I'm watching them. Yesterday was just one of those days I didn't get anything done. Not really, I didn't get anything done. So I'm coloring on this today, and this is a dark fantasy special, so I'm thinking this is going to have a really dark background. I'm not going to bring the whole background to here, but I'm going to do it from here up, and I think it's going to be like deep blues and purples, because it is dark fantasy. And I haven't done her eyes and her lips yet. I know it's dark fantasy, so I probably will give her maybe some dark, maybe a purple lips. Right now I'm just putting on this light layer. Okay, other news. Let's see. I know that not every state is like this. But we have is it 7, I think it's 8 p.m. curfew, which is fine by me, unless it's for essentials. So, I haven't gone anywhere except babysit anyways. If I need things at the store, Scott goes and gets it. And he washes up pretty good when he gets home. Because I have asthma and diabetes, so I have to be really careful. Anyway, so I kept telling Scott, you still should have tried unemployment back in December, because you still don't make much at the gas station. You might not get a lot, but it would have been better than nothing. And so he's agreeing, and so he tried doing that, but everything is now down. But he says, well, I don't know, he says, I never did it from the beginning when I got laid off. So he called the office at his job, and they inform him that they are closing the doors and it will not be open till they don't know when. So now he really is not getting called back. So, we're freaking out a little bit, and I just told him, I said, you know what? We pay the important bills first. The charge card companies, you're just going to have to call and tell them, look it. I lost my job because of the coronavirus. I said, we're not the only ones. Everybody's in this boat. We're all in it together. That's all I keep telling myself every time I start getting a little bit of anxiety. My anxiety has been fine until I get talking about it. So, I have a lot of friends who are very upset. Their anxiety is horrible. I can honestly say mine has been okay. I'm just doing some wisps of hair. So, yeah, my anxiety's been okay. It's not too bad. I mean, Thursday night it wasn't because of Dylan, but other than that, it's been okay. So, he was told they won't be calling back. It's a non-essential job. They make parts for cars. And we're like just about broke because we had a lot of money in the savings, but we've had to pay the bills with it and groceries. So yeah, Dylan gave me a bonus a couple weeks ago when they got their taxes in, so I bought a diamond painting from Diamond Art Club, and I got another one Saturday I ordered, but that's it. I have to keep the rest of it. And I'm sorry to say, but I can't do the 3,000 giveaway at this time. I know you'll all understand. I did get paid from YouTube yesterday, Google AdSense, but I have to hold on to that for right now. And as soon as all this has settled down and we're all in a good place again, I will do my 3,000 giveaway, and by then it might be up to 4,000. Who knows? Probably not, but you never know. Because I wanted to do a coloring giveaway, a planner giveaway, a diamond painting giveaway, some books, books, reading books, and either a diamond painting kit or a pen. So that's all been put on the back burner. I haven't even shown the Happy Mail that I got in the past couple weeks. I did get the new Kirby Rosanis book, because I had pre-ordered that a while ago. I had also pre-ordered the new book that comes out. It's being delivered today. What's that one? The Mythographic, Color and Discover Enchanted Castle. That's being delivered today. I do have 2 diamond painting kits to unbox. Oh, and I got the new Eerie book because I kept waiting for it to come out on Amazon, and it wasn't, so I ordered that on Etsy, and I ordered that a couple weeks ago. So before all of this happened, that's when I ordered. So now I'm like, nope, no more ordering anything. And I had also ordered 2 candles from Goose Creek Candle, just in case we lose power or anything. I wanted some more candles. They haven't even been shipped out, and they probably aren't in production right now. I'm not sure. I haven't even heard from them, except that they got my order. Confirmation of my order. So, yeah, that's pretty much what's going on here. And so, I'm used to getting dressed. Even when my kids went to school, I would always get dressed, do my hair, put makeup on, because it always makes me feel better. But I think just because I haven't felt all that great, that I'm still in pajamas. I get up, take a shower, put on clean pajamas. So right now it is 10:30 in the morning. I'm probably going to color. I'm going to finish this today. And then I have another buddy color to do. I think was it Daydreams? Might have been. And that's with, is it Kim T? I think. Not positive. I have not been coloring this month. Nope. Just reading. And babysitting. I do, they close the schools here, so all of last week there was no school. So I've been keeping the boys busy, and I said, Carson, let's see what we can find for dancing or something. Oh, first I had him and Blake run up and down the hall 5 times. Then they had to hop up and down the hall 5 times and then skip, which they just thought that was hilarious. So I said, well, let's see what's on YouTube. So I put it on YouTube, and I was just going to play regular music, and I put in kids songs. Well, we found this one kids songs video that plays a lot of them. And Carson says, we do this in school. We watch this in school, and Jim. And I said, you do? And he says, yeah. So we had that on, and it's where they're dancing and moving around, and then it says freeze, and you have to freeze in the spot where you are. So they were doing that for a while, so I kept them busy. And he has a booklet from school that the teacher gave him a while ago to work on his letters. to work on his writing, actually. So he's doing that. So we worked on that for a while. Plus, I have a couple of highlights magazines I bought last summer to work with him. Oh, we're going to go with this blue. And one is like a search and find. No, not a search and find. What do you? He just, it'll have a picture of something and you have to find it. And then there's stickers to go with it, and then you color it. The sticker is actually what you're looking for in the picture. So the booklet is, the pictures are black and white, and there's hidden objects. And the hidden object is the sticker. So once you find it, then you put the sticker there. And then you color the pictures. So he did that. So you have some of those, plus there's also colored pictures through the whole thing where there isn't stickers for those pages, and you just have to find the hidden object that shows at the bottom what the hidden objects is. So then we circle the hidden object, and I put a check mark next to the ones when he finds them. So that keeps him busy. And then we try to watch a movie every day. So we've been doing the movies. So we watched Lilo and Stitch the other day. He didn't want to. He has a TV in his room, so he got to do what he wanted. But Blake and I would sit and do that stuff. Okay, now all I have left is the background. Okay, let me go get stuff for the background. Yes, I do have plastic behind it. Okay. And I had been watching a ton of videos. I stopped writing them down after a while because I just wasn't feeling all that great. So I think, what was it, last week, Wednesday? I think I just had videos on boom, 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 run right after another. That's all I did all day. I didn't feel like reading. Or did I read? I did read a little bit. Okay, this I don't have. I don't have purples in this, but I think this will work. I think that'll work. I gotta work on her eyebrows too. Let's go do that first. So I have a boom arm for my camera now, so my camera is now right up above, and it shouldn't wiggle or anything because it's attached to the shelf on the wall instead of to my table. And I think I will do her eyelashes now too. Don't want that one. Yeah, that's the one I don't want. Now I gotta find my black eyeliner stuff. The fine liner. Hold on a second. Ow. I am not getting the Color in Heaven anymore. I decided not to renew it because I have so many now. And if there's a time when one comes out that I really, really like, I'll just go to Barnes & Nobles and get it. But right now we can't because Barnes & Nobles are closed. So I can always order from the website if it's not sold out. I have to remember this is like gothic, right? Is that what it said? What does it say? Dark fantasy. So I can do the dark. There we go. Yeah, I like it. I like it. She's got the pupil in her eye. And then I'll get, oop, not in there, that's my pencil case. Okay. So, yeah, I'm at the stage, you know what, this is all going on, and I gotta be grateful for what I already have. And I haven't even probably colored in half of the Color in Heaven magazines that I have. So, yep. And I canceled my Simply Gilded that I get for my planners. I did email them and I explained my situation, you know, because of the coronavirus. Oh, shoot. My husband is not working. We have not hardly any money coming in right now, so, and we're not the only ones, I'm sure, but because that's $35 a month that I could use towards a bill. So they understood. I said I will be back when this is all over. Okay, let's take this purple here. I've got this purple, which is, what is it? Magenta shade. Magenta shade. Magenta shade. And I think I'm going to do that around this way and then go fade out into the darker blue. I know I have smaller applicators too I could have used, but that's okay. As you know me, I'm not that great with backgrounds. Everybody likes my backgrounds, but sometimes I'm like, no, that came out like crap. So when money starts coming in, I'm going to have to invest in a couple more shades of these pan pastels because I like them so much better than my new pastels from Prismacolor. Those are dusty. These are not dusty at all. They just glide right on, and then I spray it when I'm done. Although it doesn't matter because there's no picture here, so it won't hurt if it smudges onto that page, but I still spray it. Okay, so I'm just going to flick it up because it's going to go into the blue. I didn't do the bodies of the caterpillars either. Caterpillars, what the hell? Butterflies! Butterflies! So I have trying not to spend as much time on Facebook because I'm tired of the politics and blaming games. And you know, for those not Trump supporters, he's doing the best he can in this time. And so the people that are blaming him, and it's just gotten way out of hand, and we're supposed to all be supporting each other, and there's too many that are just not. It's just gotten horrible. So I've had to unfollow and unfriend a few people. Just, it's like, really? Come on. You know, some people think it's a conspiracy, and I'm not getting into that. But I don't want to hear it. You know, we're all in this together. We're all supposed to be supporting each other, not tearing each other down. So I spend not as much time on Facebook. You know, I want to see the jokes. I want to see your pictures. You know, and if you're safe or not. If you're sick or not. That's all I am looking for. And if I can't do that, then I'll stay off. For those of you that watch me and are sending friend requests, some of you are sending friend requests to the wrong account. I am not accepting friend requests for my hobbies to my Shalene Morel Toland account. Only my Shalene Toland account. The Shalene Toland account was set up for my hobbies. For all my friends that do the hobbies. Now, yes, some of you are on both. And that is because you were friends with me before I set up that account. Okay, I want that darker blue. Where is it? There it is. So if I'm rejecting and you're not seeing me accept your friend request, that would be why. And it's nothing against you. It's just that my other account is for my family and my close friends, you know, classmates, people that I actually know. And if I met you in person, if I've met you in person, you're also on that. But I do have quite a few on there that because I had that account for years. So I have a lot of cross-stitching friends that are on there because they've been my friends for years before I even started coloring and doing anything else. So okay, now I'm going to fade it into, okay, I'm doing the dark on the outside and fade it to that purple. So, yep, this morning I'm going to keep coloring. I think I'm going to listen to a book and color. So I'm going to start the next picture for my buddy color. Yeah. And then I think this afternoon while listening to the book I will cross stitch. Okay, it's done. And that color was ultramarine blue shade. And that's from the portrait set. So I have the 20 color set portrait and the 20 color set landscape. So that magenta color was from the landscape set, and then the blue was from the portrait set. So I got these really cheap. Corey found them at Blick outlet for me. So she picked them up for me. So she's done. What do you think? Oh, I got to do the butterflies. Let me do the butterfly bodies before we leave, and I think I'm going to do them in a metallic. Let me see. Ooh, not metallic. I meant glittery. My right foot is hurting this morning. It's probably from this stupid weather. Let's see. Let's do this blue. I really like this boom arm. It keeps it out of my way. I don't have to worry about my head hitting it. I can zoom in and out with the webcam. There. So I need my white Posca. Where did I see that? In here. White Posca. Let's do a little dot in her eye. Okay. Yeah. Cool. So, let me know below what you are working on. Oh, let me read what was on my last video. I did not do that. Let me go do that. Okay. You guys can look at that while I'm reading what's on my last video. The last color in chat. Crafting with Christy says, first, I want to say I absolutely love your picture, how it's coming out and still working. She's still working on Time from Diamond Art Club. And glad you figured out what's wrong with your cat. When you do work on your next diamond painting, what will you be working on? Thanks for keeping me company. I love your videos. Unfortunately, my cat did not get to better. And this was not the picture I was working on. It was from the Ayuska Jungle Visions book. And I still got to finish that. And you're welcome. I am working on, for diamond painting, I finished my picture I was working on. And I started a Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare. Oh my God. The Night Before Christmas. No. Nightmare Before Christmas. That came from Amazon. Oh my gosh, my brain fart. Oh my gosh. May Brock said, thank you so much for the video. I'm so happy Lee is giving you the attention you deserve because I agree with her. You've been one of the backbones in the coloring community for such a long time. I hope you stay healthy. Big hugs. Thank you so much, May. That means so much to me to hear you say that. Lisa Bradley says, I missed you last night. Gwen went to bed early. She was tired. So I have not done Mad Libs in 2 weeks because of how I've been feeling. And her granddaughter, Gwen, is 9 months old, and she watches my Mad Libs and laughs and giggles and kicks her feet, and she has a grand old time watching me. Sherry Roberts says, I think this is my first time watching. I am relieved you are coloring. I want relief from the outside excitement. I ordered food. None are coming. But cheer up. I got gummy worms. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you continue to watch. I know my videos have not been coming up like they usually do just because I haven't been feeling good. Sherry Roberts also says, it was a wonderful coloring time. Are you going to continue with fine liners? Beautiful. What did I use? I don't know yet. Oh yeah, because I thought I talked about I might be doing fine liners in the rest of that book because some of those are, so I probably will add some to it, yes. Anxiety Art Adventure says, glad that Molly is eating again. I am having issues with Blue eating as well, but he does seem to like his new soft food. I am super excited to get my Kirby books tomorrow. Adam is working from home for at least 2 weeks, maybe more. I am ordering groceries online and am staying here with lots of diamond painting and coloring to keep me busy. Stay safe, and I am glad you are feeling better. Love and hugs. Love and hugs to you, Laura, and hope you stay healthy as well. Linda Shad says, thank you so very much. Your video made my day feel so much more normal. This is nuts. You're welcome. I'm going to try. I don't want to get too much into what's going on. This is a place to escape. And today's was a little bit depressing because of Dylan's accident and Molly, but it'll get better. Simple Adult Coloring with Shara says, hey Shalene, what was that really spooky sound starting at 10 minutes and 27 seconds? And I did answer Shara. It was a truck going down the road. Because I live out in the country and it's all open and my windows are probably not the greatest, it sounded spooky to her. But that was normal. Carol Barris says, looks great so far. I ended up coloring a picture in Lost Ocean, not Secret Garden, using Staedtler Ergosoft pencils. I am doing a lot of coloring now, so thank you for the much-loved coloring chats. I enjoy spending time with you doing what I love to do. You are very welcome, Carol, and I hope to continue doing this. Sherry Roberts says, is this book about robotic animals or enhanced live animals? Beautiful coloring. I don't know. It's just called Ayushka Jungle Visions. So I don't know what that means. And I can show it. I don't know if I have a flip through up of it. You might have to look. Tammy Heiler says, cool picture. Thank you, Tammy. The Sydney show, I like this better, whatever that means. But you're welcome. Lori Barnes says, so happy to hear Molly is better and all are eating. Cats can be very stubborn. I had a cat that only ate one brand, one flavor, and yes, would starve if she didn't have it. I also am glad you are doing videos again. Hope you feel all better soon. Thank you, Lori. Unfortunately, she was not eating enough to keep her and making her gain some weight, and I think there was something more going on that none of us knew about, or she was older than we thought, and it was her time. But thank you. So I want to thank everybody. I'm losing my voice from talking, and I need some hot tea, and I think I'm going to put some honey in it. Because thankfully, Kim Richmond gave me a little jar of honey when I saw her last. It's a local honey. So I think I'm going to add some to that, my tea. And I only lose my voice if I keep talking. So, and I do want to do another video today of my planners. But I'm going to do that later on. But you guys are going to see this probably around noon Eastern Standard Time. But thank you so much. And thank you, Heather, for doing this color along with me. I know you finished yours. So I will be putting this up today on Facebook and Instagram. So I will talk to you all later, my peepers, and I love you guys. You all stay safe. I'm thinking of you. Prayers go out for everybody. Just stay calm. Don't let the anxiety get to you. Just keep telling yourself you're not the only one. That's what I've been telling Scott, because Scott keeps freaking out, and I keep telling him we're not the only one. We're not the only one. So I will talk to you later. Love you. Again, this is Shalene of the Color and Book Nook.